himself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Seminoles will get us underway with the opening kickoff. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. For this one, the booth's shaking underneath us, guys. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. The give on the option. It's a running room. And he's knocked down. The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air. It's Manning. Pocket breaking down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Rides the back and leaves it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Got him downfield. There we go. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and you've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
And he makes the fair catch deep in his own territory, and he might have a question or two to answer about that decision. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They try to get it outside on the left. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
Well, this is a running back that gets stronger as the game goes on, and they try to get him going early on the toss play, Reese.
And if we start stretching the defense sideways, sometimes a little vulnerable in the middle later in the game.
Yeah, and that might open an opportunity for a play action. Maybe fake the toss and see if you can get a tight end or a...
Wide open spaces. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 30. Mid explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that rate and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Big fella moving. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football, be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's the handoff. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
Wants to throw. It's Castellanos. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. Turning it on. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. How about this dude going off script for the Noles? Not necessarily known for his running ability.
Hey, make plays when they're there, right? I think that's one of the most important qualities of a quarterback is being able to make the right decision at the right time. And listen, they've had some great ones at Florida State. Looking for that next great one to take them over the top.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Unloads it left. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Leaves it with the running back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Dumps it to the back. Got it in the middle. It's Holmes. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
It's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Seminoles trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
And he was held in check in game one, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Here's the pressure. He'll pull it down. And they stop him short of the goal line. They'll mark it at 3.
Well, I think you're seeing a lot of resiliency from this quarterback these last couple of plays. Got sacked on first down. It's second in California. And that last scramble, I know it didn't get the first, but it at least makes this third down a whole lot more manageable now. Let's see if he can make a play here and keep his offense on the field.
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. Scrambling away. Touchdown Seminoles! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Give to the running back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Try to get it to the edge. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to throw. It's Manning. Going for the big play. Snags it down the right side. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Texas. Once he got some room, it was over.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he puts through the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's White. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. The short hands. It's Davis. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Under fire. Safe completion on the screen. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Moves away as he feels pressure. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Great players like this just do a good job of making you pay. And if you want to drop back and play coverage, that's fine. He can scramble around, buy time, beat you down the field, but if nothing's open, boom. I take it and easily get a first down, make a big play, just make it a headache for the defense.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed behind the line, it's White. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
The Noles will have it first and 10. The give to Davis. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was due from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Using the quick game. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Noles trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Noles! And they take it in for 6 more points. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
Starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Caught behind the line. It's Moore. Delivers the stiff arm. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Manning. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Yeah, finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
Looking downfield on first down. Rushes on him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Finds his man. It's Lockett. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the Dome. Gonna look downfield again. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the defense tried to cheat a little space and get in that neutral zone, but it's still 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
The Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll do it himself. It's a seam wide open. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one, and I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Dropping back, it's Castellanos. With the catch, it's White. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He tried to get away, but the defense was able to track him down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Making side adjustments here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense picks it up. Touchdown, Longhorns! How about this defense taking one back to the house? Boy, these offenses are just making it look easy.
Defense optional in college football nowadays. So many weapons, so much speed on the field, so hard to defend. Defense, I don't know how you play it. I really don't. Just try to get a stop, beg for one, please.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To the air, it's Castellanos looking to scramble. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
On the run, fires downfield. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
The quarterback just needs to settle down. He looks like he's just too excited right now. He had his receiver wide open down the field and just put way too much mustard on that throw, overthrowing an open guy. That should have been 6.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We've got a good one going here in the 3rd quarter, all tied up as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. He'll keep it himself. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
Man, these read options are so hard to diagnose, just like right there. He picks up a little chunk of yards, not a big chunk, but it's so easy when you run the read options.
Why is that? Why is it easy?
Because if you want to play fast to the football, well, then fine, I'm going to pull the ball right now and to use your aggressiveness against you. But if you want to sit back, then fine, I'm going to give the ball right now and get a little chunk of yards.
They ran it on 1st down, now on 2nd. The running back has it. And some room to work. Got the 1st down and more. There he goes! And that was a huge run that almost went to the house. The defense kept him from scoring.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
The Seminoles, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's White. He's loose. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the 1st down. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's White. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the 1st down out of the Wildcat. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's White. Breaks the tackle. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Moves around to clear up the vision. finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
A designed run for the quarterback. They needed inches and got a lot more than that. They're set up with a first and goal. And the Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks now back to work. They'll run it on first and goal. Touchdown, Florida State! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He makes the fair catch deep in his own end, and I get the criticism, but man, he probably wanted to at least save a few yards in field position. In play, first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Manning. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. He got a hand on it and deflected it, but probably just got a bruise off that missile and gave up the completion.
Yeah, not used to handling the revolutions on that football. QB zipped it in there. Nice job getting the deflection, getting your hand on the football. That's what you're supposed to, find the football, but the offense got the...
Breaks into the open on the left. Oh, he's getting ahead of us, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Texas!
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Washington has the lead right now. Feels like we've heard the air raid sirens a few times today, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over NC State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Fired complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Running into the open space. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. The Knowles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years. Not always dual threats. Sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie. And guys that maybe they weren't runners, but, man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better. And you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
Hauls it in. Strong, firm tackle.
Hey, if you're the defensive coordinator, you might want to start thinking about spying this QB because of his speed and athleticism. He just showed you how he can hurt you getting out on the perimeter and then throwing. If you've got somebody athletic that can go sideline to sideline, that might be a good move moving forward.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Get it out on the screen. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And the Seminoles are on the move. Motion from the wideout. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The Knowles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gives it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And the Knowles come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's the end of the third quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
So first down will open up the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on third down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Hit as he throws. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
The Seminoles will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Manning. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Pressure coming. They cough it up near their own goal line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. As heartbreaking as it is for this guy to give up the football there, an exhilarating moment, a big-time play for this defense.
We talk about plays that just change momentum, and you're feeling that tidal wave and that shift.
And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Texas, 28.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll leave it with the lone back. Turning on the Jets. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
They'll ride the hot hand. There he goes. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
They'll give it to the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Gets it out fast. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the Doak. Looking to throw, it's Manning. And it's incomplete on third down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Here on third down, will they go back to the running game? Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Buys a little extra time. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Catches it cleanly at the 20. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Running back searching for a hole. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Fires to the tight end. Crosses the 40. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Looking to pass. It's Manning. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got some room to run. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 8. Oh, you know he wanted that pick 6, but the offense is in business.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Pollard.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him today.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Knocked down for the tackle.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
Just drives it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Kansas State has just had no answer to the ferocious tail kicking they're taking today. And if you thought this coach was colorful before, wait till his postgame. They're trailing by 28 to Arizona State.
Back to throw, it's Manning. Got his man quickly.
Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but is not able to get to the 1st down marker.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Gets it out quickly. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. This offensive coordinator is going to have to be creative. Time is winding down, and the offense has to move quickly. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Punts it out of the air. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Off play action. Going for 6. And he's got it for the late touchdown, but probably a little too late, barring just an epic finish.
They got the touchdown, guys, but I don't know if they're going to be able to even get a playoff after this onside kick attempt. If they recover it, they're going to have to do it super quick to give themselves a chance for the Hail Mary into the end zone to win.
So this is likely an exercise in futility or a little window dressing or lipstick on a pig, just to make the final score look a little better. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that two-point conversion.
Here's the situation. First, they have to recover the onside kick, then maybe time for a play or two. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. What a battle this game was. Went right down to the end. #1 team in the land gets knocked off. But sometimes this gives you a chance to recalibrate some things, guys.
Yeah, and they're going to have to go back and watch this film and face some tough truths as well, because we know they've got a ton of talent, and this is a team that when they're playing their A game, they look like the best team in the country, David. Consistency, though, is going to be a big thing for them moving ahead.
Yeah, so you got to use this. You got to look